Today's practice is yoga for happiness. I hope that by the end of this practice you feel relaxed and like you've invited in a little bit more happiness. So let's find a comfortable seated position right now and start to let the eyes close softly if that's comfortable. Begin to connect with the sounds around you. And you can start to bring your attention inwards as you feel your breath. You may want to appreciate the life offered with each inhale and with each exhale. Focus on breathing out as you can let go of any tension in the mind or body. And maybe bring to mind a time in which you were recently happy. It may be something small like seeing a friend, watching the sunset, or the simple joy of lying down at night. When you have something in mind, allow yourself to feel the experience of contentment. With the intention of cultivating gratitude, offer yourself a few phrases to appreciate joy. May my happiness continue. May my happiness grow. May I be present for joy. Hold these phrases in mind as you need them, possibly throughout the day. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and start giving ourselves a little massage, moving around that fascia tissue in our thighs, in our calves, anywhere in your body you feel you may need it. Then we'll go ahead and lift our arms up to the sky, taking a big breath in and coming down into a prayer pose. Again, keeping that phrase, maybe one you connected with most, in mind as you breathe here and thank yourself. We'll bring our arms up again to the sky. As we open up, we'll be twisting to the right side. Taking big breaths in here. And inhale to lift your arms back up to the sky, and exhale to twist to the opposite side. Making sure you're moving with intention and gratitude towards yourself. We'll come back to center, straighten out our spine. Go ahead and bring our arms out long, and exhale as we bring ourselves into a nice warm hug. Feeling our own embrace. Go ahead, bring our arms back out long again, and come back into that self-loving hug, just switching whichever arm was on top. And let's go ahead and come into a little twist. So we'll bring our back leg behind us and just tuck it in, bring our arms up to the sky, and we'll exhale to the left, bringing our forearms to the ground if that's comfortable, otherwise staying up on your hands or even putting a block or bolster right there. And we'll slowly walk our way back up to center. Take a moment here and then just switch our legs to the opposite side. And again, take a big breath in, lifting our arms up to the sky, and then exhaling down to that right side, either staying up on your hands or coming down to your forearms. Make this practice your own. Taking deep breaths in here. Feel the exhale as you can let go and really start to release any tension that may be in your body. We'll walk back up to center and come to bring our feet out in front of us and just start to windshield wiper the legs from side to side. We're really loosening up our hips here, inviting in a bit more movement. And And we'll come to sit in a crisscross seat. Taking a few breaths to ourselves here. And then making our way onto our hands and knees whenever you're ready. Making sure our hands are beneath our shoulders, knees beneath our hips. And we'll start to do our cat-cows. So we inhale, lift the head up, and exhale, round the spine, pushing those hands into your mat. Moving at your own pace. If it feels good, maybe swaying the hips from side to side. And when you're ready, we're going to take a big exhale, pushing ourselves back. Inhale to come forward and exhale to come back. So we're in a moving cat-cow position. If that feels good. Otherwise, just stick to a regular cat-cow. And when you're ready, we'll bring our right foot out long, stretching out the backs of our legs and the heels of our foot. Feeling that stretch. And when you're ready, inhaling to lift up, keeping those toes pointed down, and extending the opposite arm out long. And you can stay here in balancing table or just keep your arm up and with your leg down. And then we'll switch sides, bringing the left leg out long, bringing it up on an inhale, keeping those toes pointed down, and extending the opposite arm out long. Again, moving with your body, your comfort level here. Maybe do a few cat-cows to realign the spine, finding comfort in the right now, in the present moment. And when you're ready, we'll kickstand our right leg out long, bringing our left leg out to the back of our mat as we come up with our left hand, taking a big breath in, and then exhale just to switch sides. Maybe you want to look up at the sky here. And then we'll come into our extended child's pose. Our knees can be about mat width apart or right up against each other as we bring our arms up over our head, resting here. And we'll come back to our tabletop position, extend our legs out as we come into downward facing dog. Maybe taking some time to walk it out here, feeling the stretch all throughout your legs and your feet. We'll inhale, lift the right leg up, and exhale to bring it back down. Inhale brings the left leg up, and exhale to bring it back down. Maybe walking it out a little bit more here. We're going to inhale, go ahead and bring your right foot in between your hands, coming into our low lunge. Inhale to come up, and exhale to fold forward. Plant that left hand as we come up with the right into our low lunge twist. That back knee can be lifted or down at the mat. And we'll step it back to plank pose, chaturanga to upward facing dog, or just coming right back to our downward facing dog. Walking it out here. And when you're ready, inhaling to lift the left leg up high and bringing it through, planted between your hands. Again, in our low lunge position, we'll bring our arms up to the sky and exhale to forward fold and plant that right hand as we come up with the left into our low lunge twist. Breathing here, there was actually a juvenile eagle that flew above me. It looked like he was staring right at me, so we'll come back into a little plank right onto our stomach, upward facing dog, and back to downward facing dog. Walking it out again, and we'll walk our way to the top of our mat as we forward fold, letting go of anything that no longer serves us. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale, forward fold. Root to rise here. We'll come up with our arms up to the sky and come with our hands down into prayer pose in our heart space. Again, thinking to yourself, may my happiness grow. May my happiness continue. As we breathe here in mountain pose, our strong pose keeping us nice and tall and strong. Let's go ahead and bring our feet out wider than hip width apart with our arms out to both sides in our star pose. Take up space because you deserve it and you are worthy of it. And we'll exhale, bending the knees as we come into our goddess pose, engaging your shoulders and your hands. If you want a little bit more, coming up onto your feet. And when you're ready, we're going to pivot on that right foot as we come into our triangle pose. It may help having a block or a book here just to bring the ground closer to you. And then we'll switch to the opposite side, taking a big breath in and out, coming back to center. Heel toe your way in. Lift up your arms, and when you're ready, we're going to squat down into our chair pose just for a moment, engaging the core, reminding yourself that you're strong. And then we'll come into a squat position, our malasana, and you can feel a stretch on the bottoms of your feet. Invite the happiness in. And when you're ready, we're going to go ahead and roll onto our back, bringing our feet beneath our hips, feeling our belly rise and fall. We're going to go ahead and cross our right foot over our left knee as we slowly wiggle from side to side, feeling that stretch, connecting with your breath. And when you're ready, exhaling to plant that right foot on the ground or just lean it towards the ground. We've got some lovely seagull friends on the dock right now. And we'll come back up and interlace the fingers behind the left thigh. You can pull that closer to your torso for a deeper stretch, maybe flexing the toes. And extending the left leg out long as your right leg falls open into a laying down figure 4 position. And we'll breathe here, taking this time for ourselves. And then extending the right leg out long to meet the left. And now we'll bend the right leg, bringing the left over into a figure 4, rocking from side to side, feeling that movement. And if it feels okay, planting that left foot on the ground or towards the ground. And coming back up to center, we'll go ahead and interlace our fingers behind the right thigh, flexing those toes, feeling the stretch. And then bringing the right leg out long as the left folds open into a laying down figure 4. And then extending the left leg out long to meet the right. And coming back with our feet beneath us if that's more comfortable, or having them just stay out long. We're going to come into our final resting pose, our Shavasana. Maybe placing our right hand on our tummy and our left hand at our heart space. Really feeling your breath in your body and what it means to you. And remember that you deserve to be happy. Happiness is a part of life, and so is the ebb and flow. So when you're happy, really try and embrace it. And when you're not so happy, Remember those happy moments, and they will just keep you in a sane and peaceful place. And when you're ready, we'll exhale, coming onto our side body and eventually into a seated position. Let's go ahead and bring our hands up to the sky and down into prayer pose. I want to say thank you for joining me in this practice. You deserve to be happy. I hope you leave feeling a little bit happier and that you felt the energy from this practice in this area. Wawa Lake is such a beautiful and special place to be, so I'm happy to be sharing this with you. May you have a wonderful and peaceful day.